Here on QAM, 50 Cent's going to be in town this weekend, Omar. If you like the music we're playing here. Yeah, he's going to be in town. I think he's on the beach or something on Sunday night.
Okay.
So I don't know if you're into that, but
yes, I am. I do want to see 50
I don't know what he's up to these days, but he was big back in the day.
You don't know what he's up to these days?
He was big back in the day.
50 Cent made the Diddy documentary.
Thing. That's right. I completely forgot he made the Diddy thing. That thing, by the way, was wild.
Yes, it was.
Man, oh man.
You know, Many Men went popular again. That song, Many Men by me, went popular for all because Oklahoma Sooners played it.
I did not know that.
I think it was a YouTube. I think it was a TikTok thing. But yeah, I mean.
But yeah, that Diddy thing was wild, man. Oh my goodness. Jeez.
Yeah, no, did you finish it?
I did. I made it through the whole thing. Yeah, he's a bad guy.
Do you believe he was responsible for Tupac and Biggie's death?
I believe 50 Cent thinks he was.
A lot of evidence. A lot of evidence that's
spoiling it for me. I haven't watched it yet.
Okay. It would seem yes.
Damn.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he was a very, very powerful guy in that business, and he seemed like he was like if you crossed him,
yes,
you got his wrath.
Yes.
So
the only disappointment I have about that documentary is the fact that they didn't have Kid Cudi in it. After basically he blew up Kid Cudi's car, and the most ruthless thing was he opened up his Christmas presents. like what maniac opens up somebody else's Christmas presents? But this was all he testified to this in the trial. But I would have loved to have seen him in the documentary. But you don't help your rap career when you acknowledge that yes, Diddy basically blew up my car and was in my house with a gun, opening up my Christmas presents.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Speaking of I was change subjects here really quick. It's on the same subject of people that have a little bit of gun issues. Ja Morant, is in the news here, and he apparently has bought a house in Miami. But everyone buys houses in Miami.
That is true. That is true.
It was back in December. Are you interested in potentially bringing Ja Morant to Miami? Now, I don't think there's any issue with his on the court play, right? I mean, he is clearly a top tier player. He is a little bit of a problem off the court, to say the least.
Yeah, and this is not exactly the greatest environment.
I know you've made that clear earlier.
However,
with someone like that, I do understand why that could be a problem.
However, what organization has a reputation for helping people clean up their careers and their behaviors in South Florida?
I know that the Heat are a very stable, they're a strong organization. And the other thing I would say about the Heat too is like they're due to make a splash.
Are they?
They really are.
We've been waiting for a little while now.
Yeah, they're due. Doesn't it feel like they're due to bring someone in that
maybe
can move the needle a little bit?
Maybe it's past our time.
What do you mean past our time? What does that mean?
Maybe the big three was our last big splash.
Well, first of all, the big three wasn't our last big splash. They brought in Jimmy Butler, who brought them to multiple finals.
That's true.
So relax with that big three being the last big splash thing. But
totally forgot about
it feels like short memory there. It feels like the Heat are due to bring somebody in that moves the needle a little bit here. And I get that, Tyler Herro. I think Tyler Herro is a good player, but it's just not. It clearly is not working what they have here. This roster, the way it is constructed currently, and the way that it's been constructed, I think Norman Powell's been a great signing for them, but they just seem again destined to be like a play-in team, and they should be better than that. So something is stale over there, and they do need to mix things up a little bit. Maybe this is the move that mixes things up and gets them to a point where the East should be. They should be able to compete in the East. Is the bottom line, right?
He should do something. Now the question is, what do you give up for it? And I make the argument that probably everybody but Bam and Ware should be on the table. I don't see any reason why you wouldn't put everybody but Bam and Ware on the table, and that includes draft picks, because let's be real about it, the Heat don't really need draft picks.
No, I'm not a big NBA draft guy. And the other problem too is like the Heat again are a play-in team every year. So yeah, I don't worry too much about the draft picks. So Miami right now, Omar, they're 21-19. They're 8 games back of the Detroit Pistons,
Yeah.
who are in first place, comfortably in first place, by the way, in the Eastern Conference. Duncan Robinson is leading the culture turnaround over there, apparently in Detroit. You got the Knicks, the Celtics, the Raptors, the Sixers, the Magic, and the Cavs in front of you. So I just think the Heat should be right there, if not better, than a lot of those teams that we just rattled off there. Like the Celtics, for the Celtics to still be, competing at that level without Jason Tatum out there this season is disappointing from a Heat standpoint. I thought the Heat, the way that they started the season, were going to be a team that was going to compete for an Eastern Conference championship. Hell, I took them out on a futures bet when they started playing hot there. I thought, all right, this team's got a good chance to win this, to win the East. That has not played out up to this point, as the Detroit Pistons are 28-10. So they are 18 games over 500 here. The Heat are 2 games over 500. So it's almost unrealistic that the Heat would get up that high. Now, can they get into one of those top 4 spots? Can they jump the Raptors? Can they jump the Celtics?
I mean, I think we're destined for a play-in situation based on the
but it should be better than that.
It should be.
It's not acceptable anymore, right? And I think that franchise would be the first to admit that
yes,
a play-in tournament is
they play for
championships,
not play-ins.
So the roster's kicking ass when Herro was injured. I am very hesitant to say that, like, adding a all right, I don't want to go down this road of whether he's a star or not. Adding a very good player, fine, but I don't want to go down that road again. Adding a very good player in Tyler Herro, like, I don't know that makes you worse. I don't want to go down that road either. Now, can it
hold on?
It can definitely screw up chemistry.
Hold on. We've been having this discussion and this debate for what, 3 years now?
Mm-hmm. I also don't think that the Heat are stupid. I think Erik Spoelstra is as knowledgeable a basketball person as we may have walking the planet. So
he is the most tenured coach in all sports, professional sports now.
I saw that the other day. How wild is that?
Not really, because he's very good at his job.
He is very good at his job, which is why, like, I kind of tend to defer to him on these matters. Like, I don't want to sit here like some jerk and, I think they need to be doing this.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of defer to Spo. He kind of gets the benefit of the doubt in my book.
He certainly does get the benefit of the doubt.
So I'm guessing if he thought Tyler Herro was, like, detrimental to their team, that he would say something.
Hold on. What about if they're just trying to boost up Tyler Herro's value? Because let's be real about it. Let's be honest about it. Is Tyler Herro really an all-star?
Well, he puts up the numbers to be an all-star. Are you asking if he impacts winning?
That's not the question I ask you. What define an all-star?
Well, that definition is loose, to say the least, in that league.
But you would think it's kind of a game changer, right?
Winning?
Yes,
he does not seem to impact winning.
Okay, but his stock has been boosted to an all-star, so
move him.
There is some.
So move him. If the Heat think that,
of course,
if the Heat think that it's a good idea to move him, they will move him.
Or maybe if they don't want. Here's the thing: what would Memphis want? And I, in my mind, what is your number one asset? It's obviously Bam. You're not trading Bam. So what is your number 2 asset?
Texture says, thankfully, Omar is in the Heat GM. Don't give up anything of value for an almost has-been that is the maturity level of a 5-year-old. Ja Morant's a really good player. I don't want to take that away from the guy.
And he's going through the motions this whole season.
Mess. He's an absolute mess off the court. No question. So, yeah, another text says Bam is not a number 1. He sucks. No, Bam does not suck. Bam is not a number one, but he does not suck. Okay?
He's your most valuable asset.
There's also a reason why Bam is on Team USA and all that, but I don't want to go down the Bam road either this morning, because I'm with you. There's no way they're moving Bam Adebayo. He's the Heat guy. No, they're not moving him. I wouldn't think.
He's the piece you build around.
Tyler Herro, can you move him?
Of course you can.
You can move Tyler Herro. And
you can move.
The problem again with Tyler Herro is this, Omar. You want to bring him off the bench as a 6th man. I think he'd be a great fit for you. There's too many mouths to feed in the starting lineup to have a guy like Tyler Herro. Needs to be a number 1. He's not a number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're not going to win a championship with him as your number 1, but he needs to be,
if he plays,
because he needs to get his shots up, and he's going to score 20-something points a night. Like, he needs to be a very ball dominant player.
Would he play well with Ja Morant? Because I personally don't think Memphis would want him. Would he play well with Ja?
Well, Memphis might not have a choice pretty soon here. If this guy takes a blowtorch to that thing, which I assume he's already doing,
He's already taken a blowtorch. He began.
Memphis might not have all that much of a choice here, so they may feel like they have to move this guy. I get the problem for me with Ja Morant is he has been a disaster off the court. He just doesn't seem to get it.
But guys mature eventually, you hope.
You would think, but it hasn't clicked with him yet. Like Ja Morant is the kind of guy that like gets suspended for a bunch of games for a gun situation, and then in his first game back does like the Yosemite Sam, like, gun blazing thing at the opponent. Like he just doesn't get it. Like just doesn't register for him.
I like the grenade though.
The grenade thing. Yeah, like again, it just doesn't register for him.
He's trying to be Allen Iverson of this generation, which is, pop culture popular. But he's not.
I hate the comparison, Allen Iverson. I really do, because Allen Iverson, whatever he did, he played his behind off, man.
That's true.
Allen Iverson is the hardest player you'll
before we started having these gun incidents. Ja Morant played really hard and made Memphis a relevant team. And then he lost his interest in, and sometimes you just go through the motions.
Well, I'm curious, by the way. I'm curious what people think. If you want Ja Morant here, if you think Tyler Herro is the move, do you want to get rid of Tyler Herro?
It's not a matter of getting rid of Tyler Herro, because Triple J, they has value. Where has value?
A lot of people on the team have value.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a lot of players that have value.
You have built up all of your assets to the point where their value is probably not going to get any greater. Now it's time to trade them for something that can be a difference maker, and that just happens to be Ja Morant.
One of our people on the YouTube says, "Stop being a homer, Hollywood. You knew this Heat team wasn't competing for a championship." I didn't say championship, but I thought they would compete in the East, and I think a lot of people thought that through the first, 10, 20 games of the season. Sure looked like it, right? The Heat were scoring 150 points a night, and they were right up there. I thought they certainly had a chance to compete in their division. I still think they do have a chance to compete in their division here, but what are they, a couple games back of Orlando, or one game back of Orlando right now? So yeah, I do think they have a chance to compete in their division, but this thing and it's starting to feel stale again. And the season started, and they went off to got on their run early, and what was the talk early in the season, Omar? The cloud of Jimmy Butler is gone. There's no more Jimmy distraction. And
they got off to a hot start too.
They did. And now things are starting to fizzle a little bit, and we'll see if there is a move to be made. All right, we didn't get to that story I wanted to get to. Texas says I'd rather have Ja Morant than Herro. Yeah, I'm with you on that. If you could find a way to trade and really only lose essentially Tyler Herro in a Ja Morant deal, then I would be on board with that. I would roll the dice that Ja Morant will find a way to behave down here. Is it likely? Maybe not, but I would roll the dice on that one. All right, we're going to take a pause here. Again, speaking of hoops, Jay Lucas, Hurricanes men's basketball coach, going to join us at 8 o'clock this morning. So we'll get to that. Joe is going to stop by in the 9 o'clock hour as well. So hang in there with us. And we got a big football game coming up on Monday here. The Hurricanes and the Hoosiers. Will take a pause. More to come on QAM.